My name is Troy Sanders, and I play bass guitar and am one of 3 vocalists in the band Mastodon.
You do?
I do.
Cool, man.
Good to meet you. Who are you?
My name's Brann. I play the drums in the band Mastodon as well. I'm behind you most of the time. That's why you wouldn't.
You sure do not look familiar.
Yeah, that's probably it. I stare at your butt a lot. Looking good. When we first got together, that initial spark that made us all want to leave our families behind and get in a van and go play in basements and VFW halls for months and months on end is that initial spark of originality that we all felt like, oh, this is a cool, like, new sounding thing. It doesn't sound like I don't think there's anything out there that sounds like this, which is a wonderful thing to kind of stumble upon.
When we all met one another, we were all impressed by each other's CD booklets, and I was like, Brann was into ABBA and ZZ Top and Beethoven and Slayer, and I was like, I like this guy already, and each time we're able to write a new record, we've never been interested in writing the previous record part 2, and it's a cool thing to be in a band where you can make the sounds that you and your friends can agree on in the practice space. So it's really cool, and I think we're always excited to see where the next one will take us musically.
Neurosis, they mean everything to Mastodon. They're one of the, I think probably one of the 3 or 4 bands that initially gave us something to strive for, to look at. Not exactly musically, but in that ballpark. When we first all met, we were like, Neurosis. Yes, Neurosis. Yes, of course. I had known Scott because my old band Today Is the Day had toured with Neurosis, and Scott and I had become really close friends during that time period. He was very supportive really early on, of the band, and just was really excited to see what Bill and I were going to come up with. And within 2 weeks of moving to Atlanta, I met Troy and Brent and had our little meeting of the minds in our little practice space, and we came up with the name Mastodon. And right off the bat, and the first thing we did was call Scott Kelly, and we ran it past him to make sure it was cool. This is a cool name. Is Mastodon a cool name? And he said, yeah, that's cool. He asked his son Damon, who was like 13, I think, at the time. He just said, Mastodon. His son was like, yeah, that's cool, Dad. He's like, it's cool. All right, later. Mastodon it is. High five.
I think the new record, Emperor of Sand, was highly impacted by the things each of us had going on personally in our personal lives while writing this music.
Yeah, when you get into the rehearsal space and you start writing music, all that music and all those riffs and all the parts and all the things that you're playing through are going to be a direct reaction to whatever is happening alongside of the record and in tandem. Obviously no art happens in a vacuum, so you're just kind of playing out some of those frustrations, which happen to be, some of the closest people to us were in the middle of some battles with cancer and with some heavy duty illness. If we were open and honest with everyone about what the record was about, then we knew that it could maybe have a positive impact with someone else, So, and that's why we're here, to help each other.
My favorite time of each album cycle and tour cycle, it flip-flops probably every 18 months, because when, we've been off for several months, worked on a lot of new songs, recorded them, had that gestation period before the album came out just a few days ago. I'm kind of itching to take these songs out and play them with my friends and travel around and play them for anyone that cares to listen. 12 to 16 months into the touring cycle, I'm excited about stopping and going back home to see if my dog remembers me. So I think that's a beautiful balance of being able to tour for a living, which is fantastic, and then being able to have a home life that's somewhat healthy. So it flip-flops for me personally every year and a half. But right now I'm obviously very excited for this new batch of songs that we have released into the world, and relearn them and hone them in and get the muscle memory going and take it around the world.
What's up? This is Monkey from Korn.
It's El King.
Mark Hoppus.
Kendrick Lamar.
Tori Kelly.
We're Lucas Graham.
I'm Chris from Motionless in White.
What's up? This is Problem.
I'm Lindsay Sterling, and make sure to subscribe so that you can see more videos from incredible artists.